What's up, everybody? So today I am painting some armor on my Imperial Knights. Slowly working through two of these big boys. So I'm doing it in a sub-assembly, and I think it'll be easier if I paint them this way. And I'm doing some different metallic colors on them. So this one I'm going to be doing with like some bronze on the metallics. And then I'm also going to paint the heraldry while I'm at it. So I got the armor all laid out for this one knight here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So first color I'm using is, first of all, my name is Sam, this is Big Nerds Wargaming. I do a painting live stream every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then every other week we post a new video to the channel. It's either a battle report, painting, tutorial, terrain crafting video, the like. So if you like that kind of thing, miniature war game stuff, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and yeah. So let's get started with this. Turn down this music just a little bit. Alright, so I'm using Pro Acryl Metallic Light Bronze. Grab a piece of paper towel here. So I have some knights I've been working on. I just have to finish painting two big knights. This one and another one like it. Then I'll have 2,000 points of knights. So I'm kind of incentivized to get those finished up so I have a whole army ready to go. I've been using the Pro Acryl metallic paint for a little while, and I think I like them. They seem to have pretty good coverage and consistency. Alright, so I'm just going to start with the shoulder pad here. Pauldron. So I've been using my airbrush a lot with these knights. It's been saving a lot of time, but painting all this trim, it's quite the chore. So last week I was painting some Stern Guard veterans of the Ultramarines. I'm gonna pick those guys up next time I stream, I think. But I really wanted to make some more progress on my knights, so this is what I felt like painting tonight. Yeah, I really like this Pro Acryl light bronze. It's very clean and light looking. It's got good coloring in the metallics. Played a game over the weekend and tried my knights out. Well, a knight. I've had Space Marines with an allied knight. It was a lot of fun having all that firepower. Can't wait to get the whole army ready to go, table ready. So the House of Knights I play is House Griffith. So they have a lot of like bone-colored armor. And their house decals or emblems were kind of hard to find. I had to end up printing my own. For their coat of arms and stuff. I guess they don't make those transfer sheets anymore. Which is kind of lame. So I'm very careful here not to get on the armor. Just stay on the trim. So it's a little tedious. This must be what Chaos players feel like when they... all the armor trim on their Chaos Space Marines. Except for it's much smaller. I really like this color. It takes Seraphim Sepia really well, which is what I'm going to be shading it with, too. Alright, so it's going to be kind of hard to get coverage here on the backside since this is all black. I'll go ahead and get that first coat down. Right, first coat down on that pauldron. Hey, David, how's it going? Welcome back. Painting my knights. Working with those new... Oh, I'm using Pro Acryl. Light bronze. It's a good metallic. So I'm gonna do this with Seraphim Sepia, and then I'm gonna go back over it with a white gold dry brush to kind of highlight. So I've done something similar on my armatures. Too big for my taste. Yeah, these are pretty big. I finished one knight already. I'm working on my next two. Then I have my armatures, and then I'll have a full 2,000 points of knights. But yeah, they are kind of a project, that's for sure. Airbrush helps, though. There's just a lot of trim going on here. So what do you think of the, did you see the reveals for the, Imperial agents? I think they could be kind of fun. Like an inquisitorial, force. Might give me an excuse to paint up my Adeptus Sororitas stuff that I have. I could thread them into an agent's army. That could be kind of fun. Although I'm not a huge fan of the new Inquisitor Cortez model. I think the old one looks better. It's just too much stuff. You can't keep up with all of it, though. So many armies I want to play. And, like, the time it takes to build and paint. You get the codex, you play a couple games, and the new edition's coming out. I feel like Games Workshop needs to slow down. Even if it went to like a 4-year cycle instead of a 3-year cycle. I think that would make a big difference. Yeah, sometimes I have a hard time keeping up. And then there's all these other games I want to play that are not Warhammer, but it just really occupies a lot of my attention because the lore and the setting is just so cool. I'm really invested in it, so hobby life problems. Oh man, so much trim. This might be a whole evening of trim painting. Color covers pretty well, even over black. Definitely is going to need 2 coats though, but I am liking the Pro Acryl for the most part. They're metallics at least. Alright. Big piece. So much surface area. Can't imagine painting a Titan. That would be nuts. That would be like a huge project, I think. Too huge, yeah. Absolutely. So I got a new video coming out next week. I need to finish up editing, but it's a non-battle report video. It's gonna be about terrain. Something a little different than kind of the usual stuff I do. Working on branching out on some topics to kind of help get a larger audience and grow the channel some more. Yeah, so it's going to be all about terrain and placing terrain. How to make a cool table. It's not a boring match play table. So I'm debating about how I want to do the heraldry on this knight. Breaking up the colors with like the red and blue, the pauldrons and whatnot. Terrain is cool. So not based on the GW prescribed layouts. Yeah, that's correct. So the prescribed layouts, I think, they're fine for tournaments. But most of us aren't playing in that hyper-competitive setting. Anyways, even for playing match play. So, kind of like, how do you create a cool-looking table that kind of tells a story, maybe fits a theme for the armies that are playing on it, that kind of thing. And then kind of some guidelines I generally follow when I create a table. So hopefully people will find it interesting or useful, or at the very least entertaining. But that is the general gist. And I set up a lot of tables when filming it. Since I kind of have a lot of terrain, I could kind of try out some different stuff. I really like terrain. It's a lot of fun. I like to collect it and print it. Try to get different themed tables. Keeps things interesting. Instead of fighting the same boring ruined city every time. Ace messed with a little bit. I had themed table for my blood angels. That's cool. So you have like a base, or did it look like Baal? Kind of a deserty Badlands kind of table. I think that's what Baal is, right? How's the stream looking? Is it coming through okay? I got a warning on my end. Yeah, deserty kind of deal, rock formations, sand, and such. Oh, some bunkers. Nice. Were they the kind of bunkers? I remember one rulebook had like templates for bunkers. It's kind of choppy. Yeah. I'm trying to... get that going. Hang on, I might cut out for a second here. We are back. It's working out the GW Terrain Guidebook for the most part. Oh yeah, they had like a book on how to make terrain. That and experimenting from there. Yeah, making terrain back then was kind of hard at times. But now with like YouTube, it really there's a lot of really cool stuff you can learn from people on how to make terrain. I got a bunch of terrain projects that I want to do that I just keep deprioritizing. But I want to make some like rock formations. Have you ever seen the Warhammer Plus battle reports? They have like a lot of rocky terrain and like the industrial kind of frontiers terrain. The bunkers like intermingled with the rock, and I think that looks really cool. And that'd be fun to make like a mining table. It's like walkways and a lot of rock formations. I have not. Well, anyways, they have really cool terrain in them. Well, I apologize if the stream is a little choppy today. Not sure what's going on there. We upgraded our internet about a month or so ago, month or two ago. So, past weeks have been really good. Their fiber connection, but I might just have to run a wire over to my modem. That'd be the fastest. But I did tweak the settings, so it should kind of stabilize a bit. Tabletop Tactics has a nice Had a nice board once, a nice mix of rock formations and Jibby kits. Ooh, yeah, that sounds exactly like the kind of terrain that they have on the Warhammer Plus battle reports. So I want to make something like that for like a mining world. It would fit my House Griffith Knights, and it would also fit my Gene Stealer cult. If I ever get around to painting those guys up some more. Need some more paint. You know, painting a knight might be kind of boring to watch. I'm just kind of realizing. Should go back to painting characters. Single models. Just kind of excited to get these nights done, though. I can move on to something else. I have a lot of projects where I start and leave sitting, and I just want to like finish this one. I wouldn't say boring. But not as exciting as previous things, I think. I think I just need to get some more color around here. Window hatch. I also have to be very careful here so I don't like get the metallic on the armor all nicely airbrushed, nice and smooth, and I don't have to touch that up. But the second coat here should go on much faster. These nights are kind of mixing up the metallics. Some of them I do like this bronze, others I do silver, and then I did like copper on my other night. just to kind of not make him look so samey. So have you tried the new Match Play Pariah Nexus mission pack? I played my first game of that over the weekend. It was good. I like the changes, at least. The secret missions, as opposed to the gambits, actually feel achievable and meaningful. In fact, if I had completed my secret mission, I would have won. Even though I had, like, no units left on the table. Let that one dry and move on to the helmet. Or face shield? I don't know what you call this. Mask. I think I'm gonna paint this helmet red. I think that'll look cool. I got a few games on my belt. It's different. It has interest. Yeah. Yeah, I welcome all the changes so far. Kind of feels fresh again. I think this shield, I'm going to do a blue and red checker in quadrants. There we go. Okay. Face mask. Let's come back to that. Get this pauldron here. The upper thigh. Little tweezers come in handy for holding stuff like this. For doing sub-assemblies. I generally don't like doing sub-assemblies, but it's kind of a necessary evil sometimes. Like cloaks and capes. Always try to do a sub-assembly for those. Silver's Scratch Built Productions. Hello, Silver. Hello again. I think you were on last week or the week before. Your handle looks familiar. Anyways, welcome if you're new. Painting some Imperial Knights. Working on the armor. It is a project, that is for sure. But it is coming along slowly but surely. I'm experiencing what Chaos players go through. With all their armor trim. Painstakingly painting metallics. So, what do you think is cooler, Chaos Knights or Imperial Knights? I think the Chaos ones look pretty cool. But I might have to go with Imperial Knights. Might just be biased though, 'cause that's what I have. Oh, I think I want to try to get these guys painted up by the end of the weekend. We'll see if I can do that. Might be a lofty goal. Painting armor can be kind of putsy. Oh, I've already made a mistake. Let's go back and touch that up. Okay. I think a second coat on some of this is due. Just to get that coverage nicely evenly applied. Anyone ever heard of Talisman board game? It came out with a new edition of it recently. I've never played it, but I pre-ordered it and I got it a couple weeks ago. I've been thinking about painting those miniatures, because the miniatures are pretty cool. That might be a fun Tuesday evening live stream. Painting those Talisman miniatures. It's like a fantasy adventure game. And I want to say Games Workshop actually owns the IP. They license it out. Try to get that second thin coat on here. Yeah, the second coat always goes on faster than the first coat, that's for sure. It's easy enough to fully cover everything. Second time around. Just kind of get the most egregious spots and blend it all together. Alright, working our way down. Gotta see what decals I have so I can plan out. I'm gonna do the heraldry on these armor panels. Alright, just got the two leg ones left and then move on to the next step. Oh, I suppose I need some second... maybe not. That's fine. So much trim. It was actually kind of funny. I got these knights second hand, and they were all glued together. So I had to, like, pry off and rip apart the armor. It was already glued down, so that was a little nerve-wracking. But I got all the panels off without damaging the model too much. But I'm glad I did, because painting around everything would just be too much of a hassle, I think. I lost my chat. Oh, it's still there. Okay. Alright, so I think next time I stream, I'm gonna go back to painting character models or smaller projects that I can kind of go through more steps. Got plenty of Space Marines I need to finish painting, as well as Gene Stealer cult characters. Always something to work on. Drop my piece. Alright. Got the first coat of that down. Just gonna do some touch-ups here on this one. Then I should be ready to start moving on to the next color, which is going to be some washes. Okay, just a little touch up on this one. So come back to this. Make sure I got that nice even coverage. That's what a second coat is for. There we go. Okay. Let's get some washes happening. I am going to use Seraphim Sepia. I keep finding spots I need to touch up. Get the back side of this helmet. All right. Seraphim Sepia. Where are you? There you are. I gotta give this a good shake on my vortex mixer, and I'm gonna grab a shade brush. I'm gonna color this metal. Alright, we'll start with this rocket pod. Missile battery. So I like to get this along the edge of the metal too, kind of where it meets the armor. Helps really clean up that line. Add a nice little bit of shade. And then while I'm at it, go ahead and shade the armor too. I have to come back in here with some silver for some of these other details, but just getting this initial color down. So just focusing on these cracks here with the shade. A little drop on every little rivet. This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. It's hard to hold on to. Alright, let's just set that one to dry. Already looking much nicer. More rich. Good color. So I'm just going to focus on the metallics for now, and I'll come back around for the armor panels once this dries. So I don't want to make a big mess. Yeah, there's like that nice deep crack in between the metal and the carapace. It's Great spot for some wash to collect. Quick wash on the inside here. It's not going to be really seen. It's okay. Alright. That's it. And moving on. I'm applying it pretty heavy just to add some more tint and character to this metal color. It's a lot of surface area. So I'll make sure that the wash is nice and heavy and not too diluted. But not too heavy where it pools funny. We don't want that. The back side of this, don't we? Get the shoulder pauldron done. I got something on here. Touch that up. It's a dried speck of Seraphim sepia. It's unfortunate. Hey, Travis. Nights are coming along, slowly, but surely. I have just 2 big nights to paint. So, just trying to bang out some armor on one of them. It's, going a little slow. As soon as I finished my first night, I immediately forgot how long it took to paint. That was quite some time. There's just so much trim and so much to paint. In my mind, I'm like, it's not going to be that bad. And you sit down and start painting it. Starts to take some time. They are very cool models. Yeah, 2 more big nights. This one and another one. Then I'll have 2,000 points. So that's what's really motivating me to try to power through. I kind of want to try to see if I can finish these 2 models by the end of the weekend. That would be pretty awesome. Then I don't have to worry about painting nights for a long time until I get more. I'll have all the nights I own painted. I can move on to more exciting things like Aspect Warriors. I want those AOS releases on Warhammer Community to wrap up so we can see what's coming next for codexes. Oh! Blood Angels after Agents. That would be cool. The Imperial Agents I think look pretty cool. They'd be great for like a narrative campaign. We follow like a Inquisitor. Have some like custom scenarios and maybe like a little kill team game here and there. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's got my head thinking of some ideas. But yeah, I can't wait for these lame Age of Sigmar releases to wrap up. Curious how the Death Botch kill teams will get keyworded. Yeah, keywords are very important. They change so much. Remember in 9th edition when they had to add the core keyword to like everything the Necrons had? Every balance update, you just added core to everything else. We got agents and Space Marines, so they can activate with oaths. Oh. Like oath a moment? I guess it depends on what the... Sometimes... Doesn't it depend on the rules for, like, if your army faction is Space Marines? Because if your army faction is Imperial agents, then I don't think you'd get the Space Marine oaths. So I wonder if you could play the Death Watch as Space Marines and not agents. But yeah, they're kind of in an interesting spot, the Death Watch. Travis, did you get a Crusade game in yesterday? Can't remember. Anyone showed up? Because I wasn't there. Right. I think I'm gonna wrap up stream a little early tonight once I finish doing this coat of Seraphim Sepia over the last of these armor panels. I'm gonna try and get all my Elder stuff primed as Zenithal for the painting challenge. Still haven't had a chance to have over an hour uninterrupted to airbrush them. Yeah, the painting challenge. That's right. I gotta get some stuff assembled and ready for that too. Thinking about maybe making that a channel thing as well. I could just release a video and then every day I try to post a little short of what I painted. Were you around for the last painting challenge? Can't remember when you joined our Discord. Yep, I joined straight before. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a fun little activity. I got, like, most of the Leviathan Marines painted during that. Yeah, I feel like August is a good month for it. There's no, like, major holidays. Some people might be traveling for vacation, but oh well. Take a day or two of vacation and just try to knock out a ton of stuff. I have done that before. It's a lot of fun, but then sometimes by the end of my vacation, it's time to go back to work. I don't feel refreshed because I was painting the whole time, and that's kind of work. But I've definitely done that before. Absolutely, I would not say no. Proxies are great. I think next week is the last week of the Crusade. If I'm not mistaken, or maybe the following week. But we should get a rematch in, I think. It's been hard going. Kids are sick. Wife, me, finally healthy again. Yeah. When it rains, it pours. But yeah, we'll have to get a rematch. Could do a full 2,000 points. Of the Vanguard. I'll probably still horribly lose to you, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes. Just can't beat that Wolf Cavalry. Especially after being Crusade upgraded, I bet. Even more nasty. I'll have to run my numbers for my last game, though, and see who levels up. I'm down for a rematch. My Wolf Lord hit legendary. Oh my gosh. A legendary Wolf Lord. He's a total Chad. That's hilarious. Well, my list has changed a bit since we last played. A little bit more Vanguard and Invader synergy going on, so I think it could be an interesting game. Maybe I can give you a run for your money. We'll see. Alright, well, kind of slower tonight. I think I'm going to continue painting this on my own, but I am going to end the stream a little bit early. And next week, I will not be streaming. I have an appointment in the evening, so no stream next week on Tuesday. But when I do come back, I'll be painting some characters, Space Marines, other stuff, kind of more smaller projects I can do on one stream, almost from start to finish for the most part. I think that'll just make for better TV and a little bit more interesting. So I will be back then. New video coming out next week, so stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting. Alright, well, thanks everyone for tuning in and saying hi and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.